1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire.
Two white Muslims. Assalamu alaikum
wa rahmatullahi
wa barakatuh.
My name's Junaid Rahim.
And my name's Mohammed Yusuf Bashforth.
And affectionately we're known as
the Two White Muslims. Assalamu alaikum
wa rahmatullahi
wa barakatuh.
Oh, we didn't do that very well.
Shall we do that again?
Yes.
I won't say ass this time.
And I won't say walaikum assalam.
I'll do the first thing. Assalamu alaikum
wa rahmatullahi
wa barakatuh.
Oh, hello.
It's like saying the word crisps without saying sps. I mean, under normal circumstances, you don't say sps.
No.
Do you?
No.
But try saying crisps.
Crisps.
Sps.
Yeah.
You just did.
You did. Say sps. Yeah.
Try
the only time
saying...
you're doing that is when you're telling people a secret. on a TV show.
Crazy. Sps.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We've either had too much coffee or not enough coffee.
I think it's not enough.
I think it's not enough.
Shall we have a break? Or have we just come back from one?
Yes. Click. Click.
You know, these breaks are just not long enough, in my view.
Absolutely.
There should be a law.
Oh, dear.
In fact, there is. It's called the European Time Directive.
The European Time Directive.
Yeah.
It's exactly right.
Soon to be a defunct law.
I'm not surprised.
As we've become not part of Europe anymore.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
If that indeed is what Brexit's all about.
Yes.
Yeah. It seems to be getting further away from that as time goes by.
Yes.
Yeah. Our Prime Minister she's been ousted from the dinner. You know, they have these big meetings and conferences, don't they?
Right, yeah.
Well, they all get together around these massive tables, and et cetera, and they all thrash out what their view is and what they want, and blah, blah, blah. And our Prime Minister's view just gets kicked into the sidelines all the time. And then they go out for a big slap-up meal, don't they?
Yes, actually,
Theresa May has not been invited to one of those meals.
Really?
And I think, hang on a minute, who is paying for those meals?
First of all, absolutely.
We are.
We are, yes.
Secondly, are we still in Europe?
Yes.
So,
not left yet.
We're still in Europe. She is still the Prime Minister. Whichever way you look at that, whichever opinion you might have, she is currently the Prime Minister.
She is.
Not for much longer, but she is our current Prime Minister. And thirdly, you know, we are still in Europe.
Yeah.
So what is going on?
That's terrible.
What is going on where a group of people, 27 people, can gang up on one person and bully them out of a dinner?
Oh, that's awful.
That's just shocking.
Do you know
what? I've been saying now has to be a year or even more.
Yep.
The time has come to turn on your heels, love, and walk away.
Yes.
Because they need us, actually, probably more than we need them.
Certainly as much as.
At least as much as.
If we leave Europe, we'll still be in Europe.
We can't avoid that.
We can't avoid that.
Look at a map.
Exactly. We are part of the continent of Europe. Although, let's be honest, we should be our own continent.
Yeah, we should.
We should make another continent.
Yeah,
that'd be
cold. What would we call it?
Let's have a think. Great. It's got to have great in the title.
Got to have great.
It's got to have greatness.
Greatness.
Yes, that's what we should be.
Of greatness.
Where do you live? Greatness. Gratitude.
Why do you live there? Because we're great.
Because we're great. We're great. Britishness. But we're still in Europe.
We're still
going to be trading with these people.
Look at a map and try and avoid being in Europe. You can't.
No.
It's just there.
No.
It's a thing.
She's going to be like that kid at school who says, I know there's a party on Saturday because everybody tells me there isn't.
Yes.
She's going to start, she'll get a complex. Bless her. That's not on. That's not. It's rude.
Turn on your heels and walk away, love.
Yes.
Is what my advice to Theresa May.
Yes.
And I would say love.
Yes.
I would.
Yes.
Yeah. as a mark of respect.
Yes, as a mark of respect, love.
I can think of other names that I'd prefer to call her, but as a mark of respect, I'd say, turn on your heels, love.
Yes.
And walk away, love. Yeah.
You'd have the support of the nation.
Yeah, absolutely. And whereas at the moment she's got support of how many people?
About 7.
If that.
Yeah.
If that. In her own party.
Oh, in her own party. No.
In her own party, about 7 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's got the support of 17.5 million people who voted to leave.
Yes.
Yeah, and they still want to leave.
Yep.
The polls haven't changed.
Absolutely.
They keep saying, oh, we want another referendum.
Yeah.
Have one. Have one. The result will be the same.
Oh, the last one was ever so close. Oh, so if it had been really close the other way, you'd have said, oh, let's have another one then.
Yeah, no.
You're not going to get a massive
I think the result will be about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, the argument is, oh no, it wouldn't, because people now know how hard.
No, what you mean is you've now scared people.
People know how hard it is.
Oh, because we shouldn't do anything that's difficult.
Right, okay, so we should only do things that are easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what life's all about, is it? Is that...
Speaking of which, you've done Hajj.
I have done Hajj.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to when inshallah my name comes up on that list, because you're called.
When you get your invite from Allah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm tingling with anticipation.
Inshallah.
Would you agree it's a little bit of a challenge?
Absolutely is. Yes.
But amazing. I cannot wait.
Subhanallah.
Right. And that's when we can jump on a plane and get there.
Yes.
People have been doing it for 1400 years.
Yes.
We haven't had planes for 1400 years.
No.
How did people used to get to Mecca?
Walk.
They used to walk.
Yeah.
They used to walk.
Yeah.
Did they say,
hang on a minute,
it might be a bit hard?
Wait a minute. You say used to? They still do.
Yeah.
They still do.
Yes.
I have met people that walked from Central Africa to Hajj. It took them the thick end of 6 months of walking, and they got there. They had to go through several different countries to get there, and they got there.
Yeah. And did they say, it's a bit hard, I don't think I'm going to do that?
It's too hard, this.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't do that.
No, it's too hot. It's too hot and uncomfortable. I'm all sweaty. I have to wear the same clothes every day for 5 days. I have to wear the same clothes, and they're not even clothes, just like 2 towels. I have to wear them for 5 days.
There's no shopping.
I don't like the flies.
Oh my goodness. So we shouldn't do stuff just because it's difficult.
Some people.
Really?
Really?
So, and it's the height of rudeness as well. How dare you not invite our head of state?
I know. Rude.
To a meal.
Rude.
How dare you?
Now, if she'd have gone,
I'd be saying, how dare they have a meal? So they can't win. But
who's paying for that meal? Where's mine?
Yes. Extraordinary. What they should do.
Who pays for my meals?
Yeah, what they should do is split into pairs and then all draw lots, and half of them have fish and chips, and the other half get to lick the print off the newspaper. But at least you'll be there.
At least you'll be there.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh, it's not on.
What's the world come to?
Exactly. What has the world come to? Do you know that's on my list?
Is it?
One of the things on my list is, what are we doing? What is the world coming to? Isn't that weird?
Cool.
Weird? Do you know what else is on the list?
Go on.
I'm afraid we're going to have to look at hate crimes.
Okay.
We are going to explore hate crimes.
I explore hate crimes every 2 months.
Go on.
Well, I'm on the...
yes.
I'm on the scrutiny panel.
Of course we are. Yes.
And the the independent audit group panel. West Yorkshire Police.
The IAG committee.
So IAG and scrutiny panels.
Yes.
And I go in there once a month.
Yep.
So
I keep saying we. I've not been able to make it for about 4 months. So you can safely say I think you are still on the
fallen off that list,
yes,
mate.
I think I might be off the list. I'm amazed they still email me. It's been a busy old time.
So am I. But there you go. I've been taking one for the team for the last few months.
Yes, absolutely.
But I go there and we study hate crime and we look at actual incidents of hate crime
and how it is.
But importantly, the way that the police have dealt with it and the results that they've got.
Absolutely.
And did they follow due process? Did they follow procedures?
Yeah.
And was it dealt with in an appropriate and sensible way?
Yes.
So invariably the answer is yes, because actually West Yorkshire Police have got it right.
They're doing really well. And they're to be applauded.
I know one of the reasons why they're doing it right, and I'm going to name drop here. Yeah, Richard Marsh
Absolutely.
is why they're doing this right.
Brilliant.
That man
Richard
is
Marsh.
The man is brilliant.
He's fantastic.
Love him.
He's absolutely committed to the people of his
patch. Of his
area.
patch.
I was
His
going
area.
to try to think. I was going to say constabulary. Is that right? But of his patch, of his area.
Yeah.
To me, it seems to be all he thinks.
Shall we do a bit more name dropping?
Go on then.
Johnny Plummer.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
Likewise.
Amazing.
Just wants the people around him to be cohesive.
Shall we do the third and final?
Absolutely.
Third and final name drop.
I know where we go with this one.
Helen Breer.
Helen Breer.
Their boss.
Helen Breer.
Amazing.
Helen Breer.
She's amazing.
As a team.
Love
they
these
are
people.
Absolutely fantastic. The police get a really rough ride, and at times, deservedly so. I'm sorry to say.
This is community policing in one particular ward in Wakefield, and they have got it absolutely bang on right because they've got the right people.
And because they care.
They care, yeah.
They genuinely care. They say, see this? Unacceptable. See this? Brilliant.
I know a lot of people...
And they do the brilliant stuff, and they do not allow the unacceptable stuff.
That's right. I know a lot of people who have nothing good to say about any police officers.
Yep.
And I have to say, to a certain extent, and in some areas, I fall into that category too.
Occasionally, yes.
Yeah, I do.
Which is weird. Your dad was a copper. My dad was a copper. So we shouldn't be criticising them.
No, we shouldn't. No.
In the real world,
they provided the bread and butter that
absolutely.
But
in the real world, there are certain challenges.
Absolutely.
And if they're not being confronted,
not with these particular guys. So credit where it's due.
Yes.
Yeah. These particular guys. Yeah. In the district of Wakefield.
Yeah.
That they say it's just absolutely outstanding what they do.
Absolutely brilliant.
So I do scrutiny of hate crime.
Yes.
So
or how it's policed.
Yeah.
So we're going to consider hate crimes.
Hate crimes.
We're going to consider weird things that happen to astronauts.
Oh.
I knew you'd love that one. You're excited already, aren't you?
I like space.
Weird things that happen to astronauts.
Well, there's bound to be weird things.
I know.
Because you're going into space.
And you're changing. You don't realise...
We're not supposed to be there.
Well, exactly.
We're not built to be there.
But there are forces exerted on your body all the time.
Yeah.
But they feel normal.
Yeah.
We don't notice them.
That's right.
When you change those forces, weird things happen.
Correct.
Yes.
Now, I know an example of that, and I've lived through an example of that.
Oh, well, I know an example. Can we hold that example?
You can.
Yep, cracking. Because I know one as well. So, but you must remember, when we get onto that one, we'll have a chat.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm like, though? Memory like goldfish.
Memory like...
what were we just saying?
Memory like one of those things with holes in it. Memory like a...
that's stuff that you...
Colander.
Strain things like my brain. Strains things.
We're going to look at Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts?
We are. We're going to consider the tree of life.
Oh,
and
I like the sound
what
of that.
are we doing? And that was the bit, that's the bit that we went, what are we doing? What are we doing? Tree of life, what are we doing?
Okay.
We are going to look at dangerous garden furniture. I know.
I love my garden.
Oh, I know you do. I love your garden.
Yeah, love it.
But we've had some dangerous garden furniture.
Okay, cool.
There are neo-Nazis in our midst.
Are there indeed?
Yep, and we're going to have a little look at that. Peter Pan has raised his head again. I said his ugly head. It's not. He's a very pretty boy. Peter Pan and an Air India flight attendant.
Okay.
And what happened?
Okay.
What happened? So that's our list. That is our little list.
I'm looking forward to this already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Have we got enough time for this list?
We will try.
We'll mosey on through.
We will mosey on through, and we'll get about 2 of them done.
We might get 1 or 2.
Yes.
We might get them all.
Yes, which is normally the way.
Depends on what else crops up.
Well, exactly.
And what else could crop up, given that we're alone in this studio? well, it's things that crop up in my head.
Yes.
I can't help it.
Yes.
It just pops in there, and I have to like get it out again.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's just life, isn't it?
It is.
That's what being alive is all about.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
Alhamdulillah.
So we have a list. Before we make a start.
Alhamdulillah.
Before we make a start.
Yep.
Let's do a little bit of this.
Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I feel the need to cough. I'm terribly sorry.
That's okay. You cough away. I mean, I've been doing it now. It seems like I've been doing it for 6 months.
Oh my goodness, it's not stopped.
I know. I must.
I'm worried about you.
2 courses of antibiotics.
I'm actually worried about you.
2 courses.
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, the first course I kind of took it for 2 days, and then I went away for 2 days. I forgot to take them with me.
Oh no!
So I had a 2-day break. Came back and had 3 days of it.
Always complete
the course. I know. So that one didn't work.
No.
So a couple of weeks later, it was all back with a vengeance.
Yes.
So I went back. I went back to a walk-in centre.
Right.
A great place.
They're brilliant, aren't they?
I walked in. I walked up to the counter. I said,
Yeah.
Can I help you? I went, I hope so. I've got a chest infection.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. I said, what's the waiting time? She said, oh, it's busy. It'll be about 25 minutes.
You're joking.
I went, oh, right, okay, I'll take a seat then.
You have to wait that when you've got an appointment at most doctors.
Can I have your name, please? And tick, tick, tick on the computer. Does your phone number end with X, Y? Yes, it does.
Wow.
Oh, we've got you, love. Take a seat. They'll call you out. They'll call you out. So I got called. My name got called. But about 20 minutes later, to be fair.
Yep.
Name got called. Went in, sat down with this young fella, and he said, "I'm not a doctor. I'm a nurse."
Yes. Yes.
I went, okay, cool. Well, I've got a chest infection.
Yep.
He said, right, okay. So you were in here a couple of weeks ago with that. I went, yep. And I told him the story. I'd left the antibiotics at home, so it didn't. And he said, right, okay. So how long have you had this cough now? I said, to be honest, about a month.
Yeah.
And he said, okay, I'll give you some more antibiotics.
Yeah.
Please take all of these.
Yes.
Please complete the course. Please don't miss any. Please, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But if this doesn't clear it up, I'll need you to go to your GP to get a chest X-ray because we'll need to have a look at what could be causing this.
Yes.
I went, fair play.
Yeah.
I did have a bout of man flu a month ago. I was at death's door.
Yeah. It's terminal, positively terminal it was.
I was dying.
Yes.
I was.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No two ways about it.
Flu, the likes of which.
Yeah.
I mean, it was definitely killing me. It definitely was. And I was not.
And not softly.
I was not going to survive for more than one more night.
Absolutely.
As if by miracle, Allah saved me.
Yep.
As if a miracle.
Yes.
And I lived to tell this tale.
Absolutely.
So that's what caused the chest infection.
Yes.
However, he's right. If it doesn't clear up in a month,
yes,
there's something sinister going on. You need to have things ruled out.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
So, anyway, I was relating this story to my daughter and son-in-law who came round for a meal.
Right. And your son-in-law is?
He's a registrar cardiologist.
Yes. Okay.
When it comes to chests, he knows his stuff.
He knows his stuff. Yes. Yes.
And he said, so who did you see?
Yeah.
I said I saw this nurse, but it was a specialist practitioner, nurse practitioner.
Nurse practitioner, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
He said, so it wasn't a doctor then? I said, no, same thing. Honestly, I thought he was going to lynch me. He said, what did you just say?
Do you know how long I worked for these qualifications?
What did you just say? I went, look, whoa. Stop, calm down, boy. Sit down. You know what the sunlight is. If you get drink some water, do a zoo, sit down, lie down, do what it takes to. Just calm down. I said, what I mean by that, I had to really think my way out of this.
Do you always make that beeping noise when you're backing up?
I had to really get my way out of this pretty quick. So what I said was, hang on a minute, whoa.
Outcome.
I got some antibiotics.
Yeah.
So had I gone to a GP, or had I gone to a nurse, I'd have got the antibiotics.
The outcome
was the same.
Simmer.
Calm down. That's all I meant.
Calm down. Simmer.
I'm thinking, no. Hippocratic oath. You're supposed to save lives.
Yes. Kill. First, do no harm. What are you doing with that hammer? What was that? That was.
I will not make that mistake again.
No. Sorry, that just reminded me of the joke. I can't remember who it was. He said, it might have been Sean Locke or somebody. He said, I remember my father's last words. So, what are you doing with that hammer? What are you doing up in my bed with that hammer?
I remember that one. I can't remember who said it now. He said, He said, "Do you know? I want to die like my old dad.
Yeah.
You know, all calm in his sleep.
Yeah, peaceful.
Yeah, not like his passengers all shouting and screaming." Subhanallah.
Oh, speaking of passengers, what do you call a passenger on a spaceship?
Astronaut.
An astronaut.
An astronaut.
And what we're going to talk about next is
Astronauts.
weird things that happen to astronauts.
Oh, great.
How's about that for the link?
Oh, great.
Weird things that happen to astronauts. Let me fire this.
Wow.
Weird things that happen to astronauts.
I already like this story.
Oh,
I like things in space.
I do remember the story of Yuri Gagarin.
Yeah.
And Yuri Gagarin was the...
He was a Russian cosmonaut.
So he was a cosmonaut. Well done.
He did the International Space Station thing.
He was the first man to orbit the Earth.
Ah, right, okay.
So does that make it? He was the first man in space.
Yeah.
He was the first man in space. Yeah. He was the first man in space. And as the first man in space, he stayed up there for an awful long time.
Yep.
And when he came down, his organs had moved.
Whoa.
His organs had moved. Because he was up there for somebody. I might be getting them mixed up. I might be getting Yuri Gagarin and somebody else mixed up. But a cosmonaut went up and he was up there for something like 6 months.
Wow.
He was up there for a long time.
Yeah.
And when he came back down, his organs had moved in his body.
Yeah.
Because the thing that we don't kind of, realise is that when we're on Earth, our body is subjected to certain forces.
1G.
Yeah. So we constantly have the forces pulling down,
Yep.
which means that the internal organs in your body
Yep.
pull up.
Yep.
Every force has an equal and opposite force reaction. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction and all that kind of stuff. Take away the downward pulling,
Yep.
they moved.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow. Another thing you don't kind of get when you're just a normal everyday person like we are.
Yes.
Is that at all times you're touching something.
Yes.
At all times.
At all times. You can jump in the air for a second. With that exception.
You're always touching something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when you are in a position where you're not touching something,
wow,
your limbs do crazy things.
Wow, that must
your
be
limbs
weird.
do crazy things.
Really?
And I know that happens.
Go on.
Because the very first skydive that I did, because that's the first time I was ever in a position where I wasn't touching
something for a period of time, not a second.
And the instructor, because you have to have an instructor with you.
Yes. They'll just push you out the plane.
No. They do on a static line jump. They'll fling you out. But on your first skydive, an instructor comes out with you, usually actually holding on to you. But he reported that my legs went into flap. My legs were flapping.
Right.
And
you had flappy legs?
I had flappy legs. I did. And there's a signal that he gives where he puts two fingers out in front of you, and straight fingers, and as if to say, and that's straighten your legs. Straighten your legs.
Oh, wow.
And if he does that, bent fingers, it's bend your legs. Because if you have straight legs, you're going to actually sit up.
Oh, okay.
And the last thing you want to do is sit up when you're skydiving, because when your chute comes out, it could get tangled up.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to slightly bend your legs so that you actually go back into a horizontal position.
With the feet up
falling.
In the air.
And you can change that with your hands as well. So normally you'd have your hands flat out.
Yep.
Yeah. And if you tilt your hands slightly, you can go into a forward row.
Wow.
Yeah, and these things that you learn, and these
you
things
wouldn't
that
even think
how
about.
how you fly, which is what they call it.
Yeah.
How you fly is determined by the position of your legs and the position of your hands, and what you do with your hands in terms of tilting your hands.
Wow.
You can leave one flat and one horizontal, one vertical, and you go into a spin.
Whoa!
These things are amazing. You just never even think about these things until you're up there doing it.
Yes.
But I know what it feels like to not touch
Not
anything.
touch something for a period of
For
time.
a period of time. And it's weird.
Wow.
And unconsciously, my legs went flappy. And he had to give me the straight legs position and then bent legs position to get me back in a stable position. So that he could then let go and allow me to pull my cord.
Yes.
And know that my chute was going to open and I'd be safe.
Crikey.
Yeah? So I know what it's like not to touch something. An astronaut is not touching something because they're weightless.
Yes. For a considerable period of time.
Float around.
Yep.
Weightless.
And it's brilliant to watch them drinking.
So weird.
Because the liquid also floats around.
Yes, it does. The food floats. Everything floats around.
Floats.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It's at times like that where you have to be really careful when you go to the toilet.
Yes, I was just thinking, because everything floats.
Everything
Absolutely.
floats around. And you don't want that floating around.
I'm sure they take precautions there.
Yes, they do.
You know what I mean?
Let's not go there.
Oh, dear. You know what I jokingly said, so they don't just push you out of the plane then? You know when bungee jumping became really popular?
Yep.
You know, one of the first recorded deaths as a result of bungee jumping wasn't because they weren't tied on correctly, it's because they weren't tied on.
What?
The people that supervise the bungee jumping just used to stand there, and they used to be at the top. They're like, I'm not scared of heights, I'm fine. So they'd get individuals and they'd strap them into the bungee cable.
Yeah.
And occasionally, some people would need a bit of encouragement.
Yes.
So what would the man who was supervising it do?
Push them off.
Push them.
Yes.
And apparently he pushed one person
who grabbed hold of him. Oh no, that's your worst nightmare.
Grabbed hold of him, took him off.
Oh no.
Took him off. So of course they then bungeed. He didn't.
Oh, subhanallah.
One of the first reported deaths of bungeeing, wasn't even bungee jumping.
Wow.
He was supervising it. So you'll now notice the people at the top of whatever it is tied on.
Absolutely. So I mean, it's an important safety tip.
Stands to reason now, doesn't it?
You do your risk analysis, don't you? And kind of state the obvious.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong here?
Yes.
I better tie myself to this cage.
Yes.
Is what they say.
Yep.
Yes. But he hadn't.
Weird things.
Anyway, weird things
that happen to astronauts. Weird things that happen to astronauts. Bear with me. After everything else. Weird things that happen to astronauts. Ever wondered what effect space travel has on the human body? Retired astronaut Scott Kelly has revealed all. Brilliant. For 60 years, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Did you know that's what NASA stood for?
Not a clue.
By the way, we just say these things. No idea.
Not a clue.
The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, which is more commonly known as NASA, has been studying the science and technology relating to air and space. Of course they have. They've been at the forefront of space, blah, 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 blah. Entitled Above and Beyond, NASA's Journey to Tomorrow, the film features a well-known clip of the first man on the moon describing what it's like to see Earth from space. Brilliant. Okie dokie. As Neil Armstrong famously said, all of a sudden, you could see the whole sphere. A great, gigantic blue ball covered with a white lace of clouds. It was spectacular.
Wow.
So one of the first things that happens to you as an astronaut is you see the Earth.
Oh, wow.
In all its glory. Imagine that. We see pictures of it now, take it for granted.
Yeah, I know, but
take it for granted.
No, a picture is one thing.
Yes.
But to be up there seeing it.
But he wouldn't have seen a picture.
That'd
They didn't even have colour.
No,
back
they
then,
didn't,
did they?
did they?
69?
They
might have had elements of colour, but most of it was in black and white. All their films were in black and white, weren't they? So think about that. This can be seen as the 50 users, including what effects it has on the human body. Here we go. He explains, as Americans, we'd never had this experience before to get the perspective of a crew member who's been on the space station for a year. So I'm taking my own blood, I'm doing other samples like saliva, and we're doing ultrasounds on our hearts and our arteries and our muscles to find out what actually happens. While it's going on, blah, 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 it adds, we lose 1% of our bone mass.
What?
Every month.
No.
Yes.
Wow.
Every month. In space, your body recognises that it doesn't need a skeleton to support your weight anymore. So, hey, let's get rid of it.
You could come down like jelly.
Yes. Yes.
wobbling about.
Goodness. He says, in 100 months, you would theoretically have no bones left.
Oh, man.
Whoa. Oh, my goodness. He reveals more about space travel. It looks like a phenomenal video. It's well worth exploring. Made by award-winning filmmaker and niece of President John F. Kennedy, Rory Kennedy. The documentary is set to premiere on Discovery Channel. It was on during September. I do apologise. So it's out there. It was launched in September. So well worth going out and having a little look. Other highlights from the 90-minute film include a look at NASA's search for life on other planets, President Kennedy's vision of space exploration, and the story behind Earthrise, the iconic picture taken from the first crewed spacecraft circumnavigating the moon.
What I want to know is this.
Yep.
Right, if you're an astronaut and you go up into space, and you've got all your kit on, and you've got your space suit on, and your space helmet, and you're in your space capsule, and, and you know that if it wasn't for that piece of glass, you would die instantly in the vacuum of space.
Yes. And nobody could hear you scream.
And you look down at what is the Earth. This is our little bluey-green planet, that must look sublime beautiful. And you can look down on that, and then you look out to space, and it's inky blackness with the stars must look amazing. Because on a clear night here, they look amazing.
And we rarely get a clear night.
If you're up in space, what would the stars look like?
Oh my goodness!
Have a look at the moon, because you're so close to it.
Yes.
How must that look?
Oh my goodness.
Gigantic. And you can look at all of that. Is it possible, do you think, to look at all that and still believe it all happened by accident?
By accident. That's a great question.
Is it possible?
It's a great
question. Do these people come back to Earth and say, I found God? In their American, because they're normally Americans, aren't they? Is that what they say?
Hopefully they had God before they left. I would like to think.
Who knows?
I would like to think.
But they cannot not. I don't get.
Can't do. That. Cannot.
Because you have to look at that and say, that spinning around. In how it does, and around the sun, how it does.
Absolutely extraordinary.
And with its moon. That stops asteroids hitting us.
Yes.
And with
thank you, Allah.
With everything else out there, that and it's all spinning round. It's all, and we now know that it's expanding.
Yes.
And the Quran talks about the heavenly ornaments, the heavenly the planets.
Yes, basically.
Each spinning its rounded course.
In its own orbit, extraordinary.
And verily we are expanding it.
Oh, come on.
Is what the Quran says. 1430 years ago.
Extraordinary.
It now talks then about what scientists have only recently discovered and uncovered. And you think, well, okay, but science knows everything, doesn't it? Knows everything.
You think it does?
It can split an atom.
Well, science knows what it knows. What it doesn't know is what it doesn't know.
Absolutely. Until
so it knows everything that it knows.
That it knows, It knows everything.
You know everything that I know.
Up to now.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
But it can split an atom.
But extraordinary.
Science. It can, but when they, that massive machine that they built, was it in Sweden?
The
Hadron Collider.
Hadron Collider,
And they did that so that they could knock two atoms together. See what happens. And do you know what happened?
What happened?
Exactly what they didn't expect to happen.
Really?
Yeah. They got a result that they couldn't have even fathomed.
Really?
Mathematically, they couldn't have believed that would have happened, but it actually happened. Which just shows me that they know nothing.
Yes, in the grand scheme of things.
Anything.
In the grand scheme of things,
all.
I think you will
find. They know nothing at all.
Yes.
And that just proved it to me beyond any shadow of doubt. What? But they had to spend how many billion pounds building the biggest machine in the world?
Yes.
And there were all these people saying, "Oh, don't do that."
You're going to create a black hole.
Create a black hole. You create a black hole.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
You're not.
Allah wouldn't allow that.
Exactly.
Allah says, "Don't mess with nature."
Yep.
Don't mess with it. Don't change it.
Yep.
And we've seen the destruction caused when people change simple things, such as crops, for example.
Yes.
Yeah, genetically modified.
Yep.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't change nature.
Yeah.
So to start smacking atoms into each other is a kind of, you think you're dicing with things that you don't understand.
Yep.
Yeah. And the most amazing thing is that saying that you're dicing with things that you don't understand is an understatement.
Yes.
Because they had no idea.
Yeah.
Everything that they thought was exactly wrong.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
How amazing is Allah?
Well, that's what I was going to make. So you go into space, your skeleton starts to deplete.
Yes.
Yeah. We know that your muscles start to, it's got atrophy. When they start wasting away.
Yeah.
Because you're not using them.
Yeah.
So your muscles start wasting away. We know from your going that your organs physically move. So kind of all of that is a natural state where there is no gravity.
Yes.
So where there is gravity, none of that happens.
Correct.
Amazing.
It's almost like Allah knew.
Exactly. It's perfection. I think you're going to need one of them skeleton things, you.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you a skeleton.
If you want to be upright, you're going to need one of these.
You're going to need one of these.
Yeah.
You're going to need one of these. And by the way, so that you stay on that planet, I'll give you gravity.
Yeah.
But because I'm giving you gravity, all your organs are going to sink to your feet.
Yeah.
So I'll give you the fact that every reaction has an equal opposite. Every action has an equal opposite reaction.
I'm going to make sure that your organs can stay put.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'll give you muscles so that you can move around.
Subhanallah.
It's
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillah.
Extraordinary.
How amazing is Allah? Allah is
amazing.
Amazing. Shall we
back after this, I think.
Come back after this?
Yep.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi
wa barakatuh.
I was ready.
I know, you said you were ready. I'm not, so you just crack on.
Okay.
I'm going to take this last mouthful of donut.
Fantastic.
This is going to take about 30 seconds.
Yes.
And if you're not talking, it's dead air.
Yep, fair comment. I have to say, it does look like a particularly nice piece of donut as well. They were very nice, those. They were very, 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 very nice. Actually, as we go into the next one, it's a little lesson. It's not a lesson. It's me asking a question. The question is, why do I find these things so funny? Because when you read it, you think, that shouldn't be funny. So why did I almost have tears streaming down my face? There's something wrong with... They let me drive.
Now that is wrong.
Exactly. Right, are you ready? Air India flight attendant falls from plane. You see? Why is that funny? Why is that funny? It's terrible. It's terrible. And then you read the next bit and you laugh even more. An Air India flight attendant has been injured after falling from the door of a parked aeroplane. Well, stop it. Of a parked aeroplane at India's Mumbai airport. Harsha Lobo was preparing the flight for boarding to Delhi on whatever it was when the incident happened. Ms. Lobo, 52, suffered a fracture and other injuries and has been taken to a hospital. Now, for me...
Now that's not funny.
No, exactly. And think about it. You know when you go on board a plane, normally you come out from the airport.
Yeah.
But what have you already done? You've already gone up 2 flights of stairs.
You have.
So that you can go across because that's how high it is.
Yeah.
Or if you ever go on like some of the Mediterranean ones, you actually like Leeds, Bradford, you walk out onto the runway
and you go up
some steps.
Yep.
And then you get to the top of the steps and you turn around and you wave England up and you walk into the plane.
Yep.
You forget how high up you are.
Do you always turn at the plane at the top and give a wave?
Absolutely.
Sort of like a presidential wave.
Yeah.
I can imagine you doing that.
Oh yeah. Give a wave.
Oh my goodness me! So sorry.
And if they ever do it at the other end, I always stand at the top and put my arms out like that, as if I'm like the Beatles landing in America. Why not? Why not? So they're high up. They're high up, and bless her, she fell off that.
It's like falling out of
a second-story building,
a bedroom window.
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely. Onto tarmac. Not onto grass or trees. Not my mate who fell into them trees. No, onto tarmac. So if it said "woman falls," what would that be? 30 feet.
30 feet onto tarmac.
Onto tarmac, you'd go, ooh, ow, oh, the poor thing. Look, is she all right?
Oh, bless her.
But when it opens with Air India flight attendant falls from plane, I can't help but laugh. And then it's,
a flight attendant should know better.
Exactly. I've just got visions.
The door's open.
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Exactly. Step out. I've got visions. You know, like in a cartoon where they open the door and then just step out.
Yes. Yeah.
And then somebody says, there's no steps there, love. You would think the first thing you do is check for the steps. No. No, you just assume Mr. Stepman has done his job.
They normally do that before they even open the door.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you would think you'd look when I'm coming out of a plane. I don't trust everybody else. I still look. Is there steps there?
If you're about to walk down some stairs, where are you looking? You're kind of looking on the stairs, aren't you?
At the stairs.
To where your feet are about to go.
I'm not checking to see if people have dropped money. I'm seeing if there are stairs underneath me. Oh,
when was the last time you stood at the top of your stairs at home?
I just walked
about
down,
to walk down, looking up at the ceiling.
Up.
You don't.
You
look down at your feet.
And if you do, I mean, how much does it hurt when you misjudge the number of steps?
Oh, it's terrible.
And you either there's one more, boom, or there isn't one.
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah.
Oh, it done half hurt.
It's awful.
Oh. So when you're on foreign stairs that you're not used to, unusual stairs, and it says, in an unfortunate incident, one of our cabin crew members, Harsha Lobo, fell down on the tarmac from the Boeing 777.
They're
massive. This isn't your Thomas
me.
Cook. This is huge. Aircraft door while closing it.
Oh, no. No.
So it's not even a case of opened it, no steps. No. Leant out to shut it, fell out.
Oh, my goodness me.
Okay, and this is where you think, okay, I know.
Hang
this
on a
next
minute.
bit.
Surely that should be done from the outside. Wouldn't you think?
Well,
you know the step man who's put the steps up.
But the thing is, I don't know.
Can it be done from the outside?
Well, there's part of me thinks if anybody's going to shut the door, I want it to be somebody that's in the plane.
Okay.
Do I trust the bloke from the outside who's going to go off and have his lunch?
Oh no! But they'd always shut it from the
check it as well.
Tight from the inside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the action of physically
pulling it across or whatever they do.
Yeah.
Surely on a 777 they press a button.
And it's automatic.
Yes.
I mean, the boot on my car is an auto close.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just have to show it the clip, and it's got a motor that brings it back.
Self-close or whatever you call it.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. You'd think they'd have on a plane.
Yeah, and that's
you'd
on
have the
You think on a plane.
That's on my Skoda.
That's on my Lancia Delta.
That's on my. I've got to try and trump that one now.
You've overstretched yourself there.
Skoda Yeti.
That's on my.
There's nothing wrong with those cars. People have taken the mick out of those cars for decades.
I know.
And do you know what? When you talk to a mechanic, why do you think taxi drivers use them?
Yes, actually, yeah.
Why do taxi drivers use Skodas?
Yeah,
because they are
brilliant.
Uber reliable.
Skodas are brilliant.
Brilliant build quality.
They are
built to last. They do the job. They never go wrong.
Yep. VW bought Skoda.
Yeah.
And or the VAG Volkswagen Audi Group bought Skoda, and you know how long it's taken. And so they built them to the standard of VWs and Audis. Do you know how long it's taken them to change the mindset?
Decades.
Decades. It's about 30 years.
Yeah.
It is. I can remember.
That's ultimately why Woolworths failed.
Really?
Yeah, because it was anything for under sixpence. That was their advertising slogan when they first opened. Anything for under sixpence. In other words, if you want to buy something cheap, come to Woolies.
Come to Woolies.
Come to Woolworths. Because they can never, ever shake that off. So everybody always considered that the cheap store.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you want second best, you go to Woolworths.
Go to Woolworths. If you can't afford new...
If you can't afford best, go to Woolworths, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So...
can't afford original.
They never shook that off. They never got rid of that. You know? And that's ultimately why they failed and died.
Well, I remember Skoda at school, so this is going back nearly 40 years, at school, the jokes.
Yeah.
I mean, why do Skodas have a heated rear windscreen?
Go on.
Keep your hands warm while you're pushing it. And on they went. And on they went. Never, ever, ever park your... Because this is back when Skodas were like that. Never park your Skoda with the doors open, with the windows open.
Right.
Because people chuck bottles in it. What was it? What do you call it? A Skoda with twin exhaust.
Go on.
Wheelbarrow. and on they went. And on they went. And it's taken them... I would say, nearly 30 years to shake that to the point where, but for the last 20 years, they've been brilliant cars.
I know.
It's all about the reputation.
Yep.
It's the weirdest thing. And some of the Skodas now, you look at them and you look at it and think, oh, look, that's amazing. What is it? Oh, it's a Skoda.
No. I actually say, because I'm really pleased with what they've done.
Yeah.
I say, do you know, I want to buy one of those.
Yes.
I want to drive one of those.
Who won't let you?
Have a guess.
I can imagine.
Yes, have a guess.
Minister of Interior.
Yes, the Minister for Home Affairs.
Minister for Home Affairs.
Yes, absolutely. Won't allow a Skoda on the drive. No.
Oh. So, doctors attended to Ms. Lobo at the Mumbai airport before sending her to the hospital. And I quote, "She is conscious and well orientated, but has sustained compound open fracture of right lower leg bones and multiple blunt injuries." Now, I knew that, but I still go back to the heading, which says, Air India flight attendant falls from plane. And laugh! Why? How can when I know that she's open fractures, that means that the bone's sticking out the skin. Sorry.
Ouch, it's breakfast.
Sorry. Oh my goodness, 777, that's one of the world's biggest planes, isn't it? Oh. But then it says, are you ready for this?
Go on.
The incident came weeks after more than 30 passengers aboard an aircraft of Indian carrier Jet Airways had to receive treatment after pilots forgot to turn on a switch regulating cabin pressure.
Oh. Forgot.
Mm-hmm. Last week...
Quite important,
exactly.
Isn't it?
Last week, an Air India plane travelling from the southern Indian city of Trichy to Dubai sustained damage after hitting the airport wall during takeoff. Don't worry about it. We'll make it. No, honestly, don't worry about it. I remember I've been on a course where we talk about optimists and pessimists. And say sometimes you just want... directly in between, you don't want optimist or pessimist, but it's going on about that's right. Generally speaking, it was saying being an optimist, great. That's what you want to be most of the time, but there's certain exceptions. That was it. Most of the time, you want to be an optimist. You want to approach things assuming success.
Yes.
Yeah. With the exception of airline pilots.
Okay.
What you don't want is an airline pilot approaching a mountain going, we'll make it. You want the pessimist going, I think we better be safe.
Nah, I think we should be all right here, lads.
Yeah. We'll be fine. I know there's a warning saying ground low or whatever it is. Pull up.
Pull up.
Honestly, I've done this before.
Pull up.
Hit the airport on takeoff.
What's that huge thing coming towards us very fast? It's a mountain.
As I once heard, always sit in the back few rows because these planes rarely reverse into mountains.
Unfortunately, it's the back view that don't usually make.
Oh, because the end snaps off and all that stuff. I started watching again.
Don't watch those things.
Oh, it's brilliant.
You're talking about aircraft disasters.
Aircraft investigation. Aircraft investigation.
No.
So it just takes one. It's an hour-long programme. It takes a crash from history.
No, don't want to know.
But it shows you how they decipher it.
I don't want to know.
Basically, you've got what you call it. Can I just say, my wife loves you. It's like Columbo of the ATSB. Air Transport Safety Board, and how they figure out how these planes crashed.
I don't want to know.
Amazing.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not. It's horrible.
One or two things: pilot error or plane
Pilot
malfunction. It's one or two, and that's the first thing they start on. So they bring. It's brilliant.
Pilot error.
It's brilliant. Like I say, it's like Columbo of the air. Well, it's not the air. Columbo of a warehouse where they put bits of wreckage.
Bits of wreckage.
Yes.
Oh, it's horrible.
Do you know what colour the black box is?
Go on.
Orange. Seriously.
That stands to reason, actually, because if it's down underwater,
exactly,
you want it to shine out, don't you?
Exactly. Yeah. So do you know why it's called the black box?
No.
Because the bloke who invented it was called...
Black.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Do you know? Oh, I'm so glad I do this job.
I'm going to say.
I find out useless pieces of information that I'll
you're
never need to know.
Every day. You're learning every day. I know people learn from this because we've heard people going, "Oh, I listened to the two white Muslims. Taught
me a lesson. Yeah. I'll never do that again."
Oh my goodness. Oh, so Air India flight attendant falls from plane, and Junaid and Yusuf are sick.
You can say that again.
and Junaid and Yusuf are sick.
You can say that again.
I could, but I can't remember.
Nah. Shall I say it? Nah.
Oh,
fantastic.
So, back after this.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi
wa barakatuh. I like nasheeds.
Oh, I love them.
I like
love them, love them, love them, love them, love
them. They're a bit like songs, but they're not songs.
Not songs, it is not music.
It's a bit like music, but it's not music.
It's certainly not music. It is a bit like a song, but it's not a song. A bit like music, but it's not music.
Lest we forget we're an Islamic radio station.
Exactly.
How do you know we're an Islamic radio station?
It says it on the tin.
Yeah, it does.
What else?
We say Assalamu alaikum.
We do.
Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
And we
virtually every section.
Yes,
we say actually. Alhamdulillah,
Subhanallah,
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
We say all these.
We say Allah is
amazing.
How many times do we say that?
We say you should be proud to be Muslim.
Yes.
You should. We should be lifting our heads held high that we are Muslim.
Yes.
And our values as Muslims are absolutely bang in line.
Yes.
With the great British values.
And I'll turn that around.
Go on.
The great British values that we pride ourselves on so much are fundamentally
Islam.
Islamic.
Islam in motion.
It's Islam in motion.
It is.
It is living Islam.
Alhamdulillah.
British values. And the number of people that say that when they actually explore the British values, they go, "Oh my goodness, this was said 1400 years ago. This is basically Islam." I think, wow. Yeah. All these naysayers that say that British values and Islamic values are in conflict, rubbish.
You know, not so long back, in living memory, and I'm talking about in my lifetime here.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Short that it has been.
Yes.
I mean,
let's hope it's not.
I'm officially an old man with a beard.
Yes.
However, in my living memory, I remember in over the pond, in the States.
Yes.
Could people of different colour get on the same bus?
They could, provided they did what?
Go to the back.
Go to the back and sit on the wooden benches.
Yeah. How about going to the same cinema?
No.
How about eat in the same restaurants?
No. Some of them, and then others, they had their own little section.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about drinking from water fountain?
No.
Nope.
Not allowed.
What about using laundrettes?
No.
No. What about going into certain places of social venues?
Yeah. Nope.
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 Wow. What about being employed in certain jobs?
Nope. Couldn't do that.
Nope.
Subhanallah.
What about speaking to people who weren't of colour?
No.
Even sometimes that was frowned on.
I know. And this is in living memory.
This is in living memory.
But 1400 years ago.
Yeah.
1430 years ago.
Yes, if we're going to be precise.
Our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yeah.
May the peace, blessings and mercy of Allah be with him.
Yep.
He did a speech. It was his farewell speech.
He did.
And in that speech was the world's first Race Relations Act.
Yes. Yep.
Wasn't it?
It was.
Because what did he say? He said,
no
Arab
is better than
a non-Arab.
And
no non-Arab
is better than brilliant.
An Arab.
Yep. He also said no.
No black is better than white.
And
no white is better than black.
Alhamdulillah.
Do you know, he said
in other words,
these things.
We are all
equal. Equality.
He gave the first equality in action speech.
Yes. 1430
years ago.
Subhanallah. And I remember...
And across the pond,
they
still haven't got it now.
They still haven't got it now.
No.
They still don't understand that. Yeah? And that's evident, and we've talked about this before, with the guys in the NFL, is it?
Yes,
those guys.
The
when the national anthem gets played, the Star Spangled Banner gets played, they what? They don't stand and sing it, do they?
No.
They go down on one knee.
On one knee. Do they shout?
They don't shout.
Do they hail obscenities?
Do they kick up any fuss?
Do they make rude gestures?
No.
What do they do?
Go down on one knee.
Very quietly and silently go down on one knee.
It's their way of protesting.
Yeah, it's their way of saying, I don't. You do it. If you want to do it, I'm not going to get in your way. But I'd rather not.
I just don't want to.
I'd rather not put my hand on my chest and swear allegiance to this
fair
particular...
to say that things are still not quite right over there?
Absolutely. Yeah. Look at the prison system over there. Look at the ghettos.
Appalling.
You know, they're predominantly.
So when I look at the great British values and the British system, it's not perfect.
No.
And we have certain people in our society that I'd actually rather not be there.
Yes.
You know, these people who spout the venom and the hate about and create divisions in society.
People who try to make it more difficult for other people.
These are just appalling people.
Yep.
So shall we name some? The BNP, the NF,
far-right
the
groups.
EDL, all these people, just hateful people. And actually, in the main, very unintelligent people.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Because they're repeating things that they've heard without an understanding of what they're... Yeah, absolutely.
They can't think it through for themselves. And they've just been taken in by the seeming plausibility of the people around them.
Yes.
That have convinced them that this is the way.
Yes.
It's not.
No.
It's not. Let's face it, it's just not.
No.
But things in America are so much worse than they are here. So when I look at what we've got here... And I look at the great British values. I look at the way that we communicate together. I look at the ethics involved in just social situations and in business situations, and everything that we've got that we take for granted.
Yes, and we do take it for granted.
It's brilliant.
It's amazing.
What a fantastic.
How lucky are we?
What a great place to live.
How lucky are we?
On how many countries?
We basically live in an Islamic country.
In how many countries can we expect to be treated the way that we get treated in this country, and to be able to do in the main the things that we want to do without being impeded? Yeah. So I can practice my beautiful religion in this country. Impeded.
Yes.
I can do it. Some people don't like it.
Hey ho.
Because they don't understand it.
They don't understand it.
They just
and
don't know.
Some people don't like religion, full stop. We live in a country where they're allowed to have that view. I don't agree with it.
People just want to point the finger at people. And if it's an easy target, it makes it easier to point.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, so true.
So, the crazy thing is that our prophet, peace and blessings and mercy be upon him, gave that speech 1400 years ago.
Yes.
And he was absolutely 100% bang on right.
Yep. No Arab is better than a non-Arab. No non-Arab is better than an Arab. No black man is better than a white man. No white man is better than a black man. You cannot say it any...
Or women.
Or women, yes.
Other genders are available.
Other genders are available. 157 apparently.
Don't get me on that list.
We've got
Please don't get me on that list.
We've got all Heinz. 57 varieties.
57 varieties of gender.
Goodness. Let's set that to one side.
No.
I'm not lighting the touch paper on that one.
No, I'm sorry. It's coming to my head now.
Not getting you started on that one.
It's in my head.
Our beautiful Prophet ﷺ was correct.
He was
correct.
Right,
now, some people, so that set me to thinking, some people say, well then why do you call yourself two white Muslims? Well, hang on just a second.
First of all,
Muhammad, peace be upon him, did not say there are no white people. there are no black people. He just said one is not better than the other.
Absolutely, and I agree.
How would you describe us?
Better.
We are two.
And first,
we are.
And hang on a minute. Let me just.
By the way, and we didn't give ourselves.
Exactly. That's the clarity that I wanted there.
Yeah.
We didn't call ourselves that. It's what other people call us, and we just thought it was so funny.
It's brilliant.
We'll use it as a brand.
Yeah, it's brilliant. That is exactly what we are.
We thought it was such a good brand. We've actually trademarked it and patented it.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
It is just how we are described.
When those people, and there were lots of them, looked at us and pointed and said, the two white Muslims, I just went, that's
brilliant.
Genius.
Thank you for that. And every time we did, they had a little twinkle in the eye, they had a little wry smile. Oh, it's the two white Muslims. Here they are, it's the two white Muslims. And we went, do you know what? Love it. And that's not saying white is better than black, or black is better than white, or brown is better than black, or white. No, we're just saying, what are you?
That's what we are.
Two of us.
And in fact,
what are you? White. What are you? Muslim.
Do you know what? We also we kind of spelled this out on stage at a talk that we were at. We were asked to speak and host a charity evening.
Yes.
So it was Mercy Mission charity. It was fantastic.
That's right.
What a great dinner that was. It was a great evening.
In support of Syrian
refugees. We made it very clear when talking about the name that we go under, which is the two white Muslims, that Junaid, what colour am I? Pink. Yep. Okay. What colour do I go in summer?
Red. And then very quickly. Lobster red. And then quickly back to pink again.
Peels off. Yeah. What colour am I in winter?
Blue. So blue, you're almost translucent.
I can
actually see organs. I swear, we don't need. Honestly, you go so blue. If you need an X-ray, they just hold you up to a strong light.
Transparent.
What colour am I?
So hang on a minute. At what stage am I actually white? Never. Right.
Never.
Okay. So you kind of.
I'm not even. I mean, I am white.
You're veering on.
I am categorised as, what do they call it? Caucasian.
Caucasian. Yes.
I was watching Oliver's Horses the other day. And it's when they got arrested and they got taken in and they're having to describe this bloke who supposedly nicked the microwave.
Yeah.
And Grandad's there and the policeman says, was he Caucasian? He goes, no, he's a white fella.
So anyway, come back to you.
Yes.
You olive-skinned fella.
Exactly.
You are.
I would say I'm more olive.
When you go to Turkey for 2 weeks, you come back what?
I go for a reason. My reason is to come back bronzed.
Yes. And how do you come back?
And I bronzed. And I try and keep that for as long as possible.
So 3.5 weeks later,
I'm back to pink.
Yes.
Or olivey pink. Olivey pink. And then in winter,
blue.
A hint of blue. A lighter shade of blue.
At what stage are you actually white?
Never.
No.
But that is how people categorise us. We are the two
white
Muslims.
Alhamdulillah.
That's just how it is. Are we saying that white is better than black?
Please no.
Are we saying that black is better than white?
Please no.
Are we saying that brown is in the mix? Has it got first, second or third place? No. There's no places. But it doesn't stop us being white by association. That's the label that's placed on us. The category. You are a man, I am a man.
Yes.
You are a white man. You know, we know people who are brown, we know people who are dark, we know people of colour, we know white people. It's just how it is. It's a label. It's a way of describing.
Never forget being in that coffee shop. I might have talked about this before, but I've got to say it again.
It's still funny.
I've got to say it again. This woman walked up to the counter and said, coffee without milk, please.
Yes.
And I just looked at her and said, without milk? That's ridiculous. What? Can't you say black coffee? Can't you say black coffee?
You can't say black coffee.
What, I mean, why wouldn't you say black coffee? Because that's what it is. That's the colour of coffee.
Yep.
But she couldn't. She said coffee without milk. I thought that was so strange.
Yep.
Because I've got friends without milk.
We know plenty of them.
I've got some friends with milk.
Yes. Yes.
And then there's me.
Milk. Milkshake.
Milk, no coffee.
Strawberry milkshake. Oh dear.
Strawberry milkshake is perfect.
Oh dear.
This is all nonsense.
You've mentioned coffee.
We're on a hiding to nothing here. I have mentioned I've mentioned coffee. You are now visibly drooling.
I am drooling,
and it's almost like you've just done a half marathon in a desert. Panting. Coffee.
Need sustenance.
Coffee.
Need sustenance.
Subhanallah. Right. So you want coffee?
Yep.
I'll get you coffee.
Back after
Inshallah.
this.